What's going on, guys? My name is Doug Davis, and I'm going to ask you guys the question, do you believe that you need a Glidecam HD2000? Now, this isn't a hater vid. I actually own one. I really love mine, but there's a few things that I want to tell you guys before you go and invest a few $100s into one, so let's check it out. So the first few years when I first started shooting video, I actually wanted the Glidecam HD2000 very bad, but it didn't make sense to spend the money. So I actually asked for Christmas, and either my wife or my mom purchased a Opteka SteadiVid, which is a like $80, maybe $100 Glidecam that you can find on Amazon, and the link's in the below so you can check that out. But when I got it, you know, it was small, it did the job, it held up my Mark III, and I was able to practice with it. And the key word right there is practice with it. We'll get into that in a second. But I then realized that it did the exact same thing as the Glidecam HD2000 did. So what's the point of spending hundreds of dollars for something that you can get in $50 or $80 or $100? It's like a really good product, and I actually used it for the first 4 years of doing video production. So I'm gonna show you guys right here a video that I did way back in the day using the Opteka SteadiVid from Amazon, and then I can show you right here some of the footage I've gotten from the Glidecam HD2000. Really, all of it comes down to how much time you put into practicing how to use this thing. Because when you buy it, you might think it's just, you know, attach the camera and go, but honestly, there's a lot of time that needs to go into balancing, understanding the counterweight, and making it to where it's smooth, making it to where you actually know how to do certain shots. There's like different styles of movement that you do with your body to make the camera look like you're gliding in certain ways and stuff like that. And I can maybe make a video if you're interested in that. Whenever I got that Opteka SteadiVid stabilizer or Glidecam or whatever you want to call it, I actually went to the beach and I shot for a good 5 or 6 hours just practicing. Like, it was so frustrating. I thought if my camera was not attached to this thing, I would chuck it into the ocean. It was really frustrating, but all that time that I spent trying to get better at it actually made it to where my videos 10 times better. Instantly, it was just, I actually liked my own work at that point. So really, it just comes down to practice. It doesn't really matter which brand of Glidecam that you have. And you know, for me, I personally don't like Ronins, and I don't like machines controlling the look or the feel. I kind of like having that human feel to it when I'm actually doing it myself. So that's a thing you have to think about. The topic of this video really is, do you need the Glidecam HD2000? And in my opinion, and if you could save a few $100s and you can get the other versions online just to practice to see if it's even your style of shooting, that's not worth it. But if you're going into something and you personally know, okay, like I know how to use a Glidecam, you know, I need something to be able to hold a heavier camera, the Glidecam HD2000 is amazing. The build quality is amazing and all that stuff. But really, if you're just getting used to it, don't be like most people who will buy it, think it's super easy to use, and then put it on the shelf or in the corner because it wasn't super easy to get a hold of. You know, I mean, don't waste that much money. Buy one of the cheaper models, practice it, and move on. Now, disclaimer, like I said, I do have one, and I absolutely love mine, but there's only one reason why I even purchased it. And the reason being is that my GH5 actually didn't fit on the Opteka SteadiVid stabilizer. It didn't fit. The lens was actually too wide with the base plate, yada yada yada. It just didn't fit. So I had to get the HD2000, and I didn't even buy it brand new. I bought it off of Craigslist off someone else who maybe you, and maybe just like you, who didn't know how to use it, bought it because he thought that it was going to make his videos amazing, but didn't practice, got rid of it, got his money back. So I picked it up, and it was a score for me. But honestly, the Opteka SteadiVid camera or stabilizer, I ended up breaking mine on accident. I stripped the bolt because I was going too quick trying to be ready, and I actually stripped the bolt and I taped it up. I learned how much space that I needed to make sure that my Mark III at the time was perfectly balanced, and I taped it up. And let's see if I have a picture that I can show you right here. But if you can see that picture right there, man, there's tape on that thing, and I rocked that with the tape on it for 2 years. I'm really big on not buying things unless I absolutely need them. And since this camera didn't fit on that Opteka, I had to go and get the Glidecam HD2000. So my opinion, if you're starting out, just get anything you can just to practice, and then, you know, once you get better and you have a heavier camera, then go get the Glidecam HD2000. Remember, it is a tool, but it is an awesome tool if you actually need it for the camera size that you have. Usually the Sigma 18-35 on the GH5 is perfect for my Glidecam HD2000. So that's what I use, and that's what works for me. But go try something else out before you invest, is all I'm saying. Now I want to know what you guys think. How many of you guys actually have a Glidecam HD2000 and you don't even know how to use it and it just sits in the corner? Let people know in the description so they're not going out and spending money that they don't need to spend. Or if you actually have one and you use it all the time and it's amazing, let other people know how amazing it is. I'm not saying it's a bad product, I'm just saying be smart with your money if you don't actually need it right now. Because if you have the mindset that just owning that makes you a better shooter, and think again, because you're gonna have a headache for hours trying to get good at this. It's not just buying the equipment making you good. So let me know what you think in the comments below. You guys can follow me on social medias down in the description, and hopefully you guys like this video. Remember to just think things through and don't just buy just because it looks cool or your favorite videographer has it. My name is Doug Davis, and again, thank you guys for watching. Take care.